Hey Priyanka, thank you so much for being here. I have just seen you in action on stage. And I know your role in Microsoft is to drive, again, dev audience engagements. And you did that super well already in our AI tour here in Casablanca. And I'm so pleased to have you. I think it's your first time in Morocco. So how is it going so far?
Thank you so much for having me. And yes, the energy here, this country is absolutely amazing. And especially if we talk about developer engagement, I really feel that the potential for the upcoming developers, the population of developers in here and in Asia is really what's going to drive this next wave of AI innovation, because they are the builders and they are all here. So it's very exciting to be here. And obviously, apart from all that, I am excited to experience the food. The food is amazing in Morocco. So yeah, all the way through, I'm very, very excited to be part of the AI tour here.
Super. Look, as we engage with our communities and dev audience again in the larger SEMA scope, but also in Africa, we continue hearing again two aspects of what AI makes to them. One is it going to take away my job? We have seen a lot of improvement on developer productivity. And I want to hear from you, is it the end of it? Are we still innovating? Are we going to help them even become more productive or maybe redundant? I don't know. And the other part is, how do you monetize for AI? So what's the stream? What are the ideas? What are the industries that's making the first leapfrog on AI adoption? So for developers to go and lean in and go maybe write the next application that will make them billionaires, I don't know.
Yeah, I think we're calling it Copilots, right? And there's a reason for calling the agents and the workflows with AI Copilots, because we really believe that it's helping us augment ourselves and our skill set and not really replacing us. And here's what I mean by that. Like every single day when I'm coding and developing, I'm using GitHub Copilot. It's on my side in the chat and I'm asking questions. And now these days, it can actually respond back with like, here's the file. And then it opens the file for me and makes those edits. And not just in development, but also in like normal everyday life. I gave this example in my keynote. I'm asking so many things about when I was packing for Morocco. What are the things to pack? What is the safety like in Morocco? How do you take a cab in Morocco? Because all these things are just simple things, everyday life events that we all prepare for, but having something that augments that as an AI experience, that's why we're calling it Copilot. So I really believe it's going to make all of us efficient in doing whatever we are doing, just doing it more better and faster.
Excellent.
And then your second point about...
It is monetization. So you're telling us, embed this thing in your lifestyle. Have it, whether for your own questions for how do you do your day and you go about your day, but also as a professional. So and on monetization, so what is the next selling?
Yeah, exactly.
What's the most exciting?
So I think for companies and industries, as they're thinking about AI, the monetization aspect is going to come into picture as they make it more and more easy for their customers to use their products. So I'll give you an example of retail, for example. The more easy it is for me to buy the pair of shoes that I love, or the colors that I love, or the types of dresses it'll pair with, and the dresses that I like to wear, if you know about me as a customer really well, and you can utilize that data to power the experience for me when I show up on your website and ask in your chat experience, hey, I'm looking to go to a ball next weekend and I want to buy something to wear at this ball. And then you know about me and the type of purchase history I have, so you can tell very clearly the types of colors I like and the types of shoes that'll go with it, and then give me the recommendation that's more personalized to me. So you're asking the user to do the least work, and you are taking on all that work, but you can imagine the amount of data crunching needed. You have to bring all that data together as a provider of this service, and then offer the personalization on top of it. So implementing AI as an application, the better you embed it and do it, the better experience you're going to provide to the customer, and that will allow you to monetize that experience even further.
That's fantastic. So it's more curated, more differentiated. So for the end user to have somehow a hassle-free experience, and then AI become embedded also as part of the journey of consumer. And I think the next one that comes naturally is what we have to offer as Microsoft. So you lead this work for us in a big way worldwide. So congratulations for that amazing opportunity. So what is it that Microsoft has to offer that maybe competition cannot offer or side with competition? So what is it that?
Yeah, I think the infrastructure. So, and this is just one plain sentence, right? The infrastructure and the power of the infrastructure that we offer is absolutely amazing. And let me demystify that a little bit. So I think of AI as 4 different layers in the infrastructure. The bottom layer is your GPUs that help you train your models, right? And you need the infrastructure to train those models. Then on top of that is your models themselves, right? These are the models that are like text models, speech models, all the different kinds of models that you might need to offer the services. This is sort of that abstraction layer. Once you pick those models, so we've got around 1,800 plus models in the catalog.
Already?
Yeah, already.
That's huge.
And these are our models, also open source models, models from other providers. So really, you don't need to go anywhere else. You can start to pick from the list of those foundational models. You can combine responses from one model and another and then offer this experience. And then the third layer is really just powering your AI experience with the model so that you're offering this user experience layer, so the chat experience I was talking about, or any other embedded experience in your application for AI, like it's suggesting something to you, or like in GitHub Copilot's case, it's suggesting in the IDE, in your development environment, how to test or how to write code. Those powerful experiences are built on top of the model and the infrastructure layer. And then around all of this is the security layer, right? Because it comes across all of these, making sure the models are secure, making sure the deployment of the models is secure. And then you think about the deployment of the application itself, which is where our Azure infrastructure comes into play. You want to make sure that the experimenting with AI is very easy. But deploying it in production is the hard part, right? You want to make sure that the application works, scales for your millions of users. So for that, you need this very powerful infrastructure, which is why I say Azure for deployments is again important. And as you start to deploy, networking is really important too. So all the things that we offer in the Azure AI platform, including the infrastructure, the security layers, the layer for your networking and data, so you bring your data together as well. And then on top of that is the co-pilots that you build for your own applications and you deploy them.
This is so powerful. It sounds like it's a one-stop shop where you go and you get everything you need, and we are multi-platform, multi-databases. It's open, and I think again it's very exciting for a developer to come and be more productive in our platform, get some cool already existing models they can build up and also build their own and publish that and make money out of it with the scale of what we have to offer in terms of again ecosystem and customers that come to our platform. Maybe the last one is tapping onto your developer. I don't know if you are still coding, if you are still passionate about doing that part of your week in life. But what is the advice you would give to a developer coming to play? So what is it that you would say be mindful to do and watch out for?
I think it's very important, just like anybody else, just like any person who's not even developing or coding, I would ask them to try Copilots, to try the chat experiences, whatever you want to try, whether you try ChatGPT or the Copilot in ours, give it a try in your everyday life. Same way I always give developers the same advice, like I was giving my example. Anytime I'm building demos these days, just like things to help prototype and showcase the power of our technology. So I don't build production level code, but I do demos, right? So in those demonstrations, I'm constantly using Copilot to give me ideas to build the demo and then help me write the code to get the boilerplate, help me connect that to a previous demo I might have built, right? So as a developer, I think it's very important to start utilizing some of these things so you don't fall behind in getting there faster and be efficient with what you're doing. So now when I'm writing a new piece of code, I have all these resources available to me with the help of the code that is already written, so that Copilot is giving me the next lines of code, and then I can say, okay, yes, this part maybe I will change. You still need to be an expert, and you still need to know what you're doing. So when you're getting these suggestions, you can say, yes, I like the suggestion, or I would change it this way. But you need to start to use these, and if you're not using them today, then you're going to be falling behind in efficiency, and that's the advice I would give. The other thing I would say is the skilling part. So beyond just using it, now you need to, every single developer is going to turn into an AI developer, like AI engineer. Whether you want it or not, whether you're thinking about it or not, it's happening. It's happening because wherever you're working as a software engineer, you are going to be asked to integrate with the model as an API. You're going to be asked to create a user experience that is AI first and AI ready. And so you're constantly going to work with people who are either creating the models, if you're not the one creating the models. So people who are either creating the models or offering the models as an API. So you need to be the one integrating them, and you need to be the one testing those experiences and building on top of that. So regardless of where you are, you need to start learning about the models, the space that's evolving very fast and very significantly, and you need to learn to consume those models effectively in your applications as a developer.
Fantastic. So again, thank you so much. I can't wait to see what the developers in Morocco, in Africa, and the broader are going to do with our platform enabled by Microsoft technology and infrastructure. So thank you again so much, Priyanka, for doing this and for your visit to Morocco.
Thank you so much for having me.